Alright guys, it is another day and it is another great opportunity to score some video game finds. Today I'm in Pasadena, California, and I'm gonna try and go to a bunch of pawn shops, thrift stores, video game stores, GameStops, whatever on my way home to see if I can get some good scores. So let's go ahead and stop by our first stop. Alright, we're off to a pretty good start. I ended up picking up this Mutant Football League game. I always think I've seen it all when it comes to weird, valuable games on the Xbox, but never seen this before. Apparently it does pretty well on Amazon. And then I got a copy of Baldur's Gate Remastered. This is a great pickup. Both of these for 27 bucks. That's awesome. Let's keep moving. Alright, we got pretty lucky at our first pawn shop. Let us see how we do at our second. There were some good Game Boy Advance games in there, but unfortunately they were all reproductions, so nothing I can really do there. Let's keep moving on. All right, next up, we've got one of these standalone GameStops. Let's see what they got. Unfortunately, couldn't do anything in there. That Most Wanted on the original Xbox would have been a great buy if they were actually able to sell it. Unfortunately, they had it skewed as the 360 version. If it was the 360 version, it would be a great buy, but since it's the original Xbox version, they couldn't sell it. I asked them, like, well, what are you guys gonna do with it? And they just said, well, we're just gonna sell it as the 360 version. Okay, nothing I can do there. There is another GameStop that's like a mile away from here. Let's check them out and see if we can get lucky. Well, our next location is inside a mall, but now the fun part begins. Find the GameStop inside the mall. Alright guys, not a bad GameStop. Ended up getting another copy of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, this Darksiders Remastered, No Man's Sky, and Killer Instinct. This is one I've never gotten before, but it's a pretty good pickup. All that for $69. Let's keep going. Ooh, okay, quick little detour. We are actually gonna check out this Savers that is right next to this pawn shop. Might get lucky here. Ooh. Oh my god, that is just foul. Alright, it is time to get out of here. Well, at the very least, it looks like a short walk to the next pawn shop. Really pleasant couple of old ladies that were working there, but it was just a lot of junk. But I shall not be deterred. We will move on to the next store. All right, guys, next pawn shop is dead ahead. Let's see if we can get the ball rolling here. Nothing really too crazy there. Ended up picking up Doom Eternal and the Lego Marvel Collection for 18 bucks. Not a bad pickup. All right, Maps is telling me that the next pawn shop is actually across the, oh, there it is. Main pawn shop, here we go. All right, unfortunately, no games there. Tons of game consoles, but they don't carry any games there. So we're just gonna have to keep moving on. All right, the last mall GameStop I went to, I got pretty lucky at, so let's see what I got here. So I ended up getting this, and I got it for free. The only catch is, the game actually wasn't there. It's just the music CD. So whoever traded it in got a pretty good deal. But, you know, can't pass up on free. All right, guys, we've got a pawn shop and we've got a Goodwill right across from each other. Let's see who beats who. No dice at the pawn shop. Let's see if Goodwill can make my day. Probably not. It is dire days out here for Goodwill. Wow. Well, nothing here either, but we do have a pawn shop and a video game store that are pretty close to each other in downtown Covina. I'll go check them out and see what we got. Looks like first up is the game store. Okay, that was a cool store. Ended up getting a couple good games, and now we're gonna head over to this pawn shop. It was funny seeing all those Game Boy games organized by color, but unfortunately, nothing great there. Oh my God, it's windy. All right, guys, great deal. They had a great store. Ended up getting Lego Dimensions on PS4, and I actually was able to get a copy of Need for Speed Most Wanted on the Xbox. So cool pickups there. Both of those for 27 bucks. That's a great deal. And now we're gonna move on to a GameStop. All right, okay pickup there. Was able to get the Simpsons game on 360, and I was able to get this One Piece game on PS4. $58, not a bad deal there. All right, I've got some weird feeling that this is either gonna be the absolute best or the absolute worst pawn shop I've ever been to. Only one way to find out. All right, guys, we got one pawn shop left and then one GameStop, and that'll be it for the day. Let's see if we can get just one more good thing. All right, here we are, Wimpy Pawn Shop. Let's hope the deals aren't too wimpy. All right, I think we've got something here. 5 for this, nothing on this, and 5 for this. I think if we can get all 3 of these for 10, we're looking pretty good here. 10 bucks for all 3 of these is actually not that bad of a deal. Now let's go check out this thrift store. All right, guys, that wasn't bad. I was able to get Thieves in Time for 14 bucks, which I wouldn't have gotten this if I didn't ask them to move some games around, because this was getting blocked by a bunch of random crappy games. So we got one GameStop to go, and I think that'll be it for the day. All right, here we go. Last store of the day. Guys, that was a fantastic end to the day. Not only did I get some great pickups, but the employee at the counter said, hey, wait a second, I think I recognize you. He pulled out his phone, and this is what he showed me. Absolutely incredible. This is the first time I've been recognized by a subscriber. I wasn't expecting it to be a GameStop employee, but I guess it makes sense because of all the GameStop content I've been making. But regardless of that, I ended up getting Minecraft Story Mode complete on PS4 and Xbox One. I've never seen either one in a store before, at least in GameStop. So to get them both, that's incredible. Another copy of No Man's Sky, and a really nice copy of X-Men Origins Wolverine. So absolutely great pickups to end the day. And I'll go ahead and go back home and go over what I got. All right, guys, that was a great day for pickups. I ended up getting 2 Xbox 360 games, 2 PS3 games, 7 PS4 games, 9 Xbox One games, and 1 Xbox original game. So in total, I spent $348 for all this, and in return, I got $870 worth of games. So not bad at all.